Lala was our beloved male panda. His name translates to happy, happy, and that certainly fit his personality. He was exceptionally loved by his keepers. He was easygoing, playful, and a beautiful representation of his species. Lala spent 20 of his 25 years here at the Memphis Zoo and has been seen in person by at least 18 million people. He has been watched online by many millions more. Lala, along with Yaya, was scheduled to return to China this spring as our loan agreement with China comes to an end in April of this year. Lala passed away peacefully in his sleep early Wednesday morning, February 1st. At this time, we do not know the cause of death. Our veterinary team, along with a team of other panda experts, will perform a complete examination at a yet-to-be-determined time, and we will share the findings when we know more. Today, we are remembering Lala for delighting his keepers, all of the Memphis Zoo team, the city of Memphis, and literally millions of people around the world. He served as an exemplary ambassador for his species, and he remains a shining symbol of a conservation partnership with the People's Republic of China. I would like to personally thank, everyone who has reached out to us, both locally and around the world. Condolences continue to pour in, and we are grateful for this support. We do plan to have an ongoing memorial for Lala in front of his exhibit, in front of his day room in the China exhibit. So people are encouraged and very welcome to come to the zoo and drop off flowers or cards and pay your respects. Our team would also love to hear from you, as they are very saddened about Lala's passing. I would like to thank you all for being here as well. We will now take questions. I have with me our senior veterinarian, Dr. Felicia Knightley, also our chief zoological officer, Courtney Janney. Between the three of us, we can answer your questions. We will not be doing side interviews after this, so now is your time to answer questions. So I'd like to open the floor up right now.
Had Lala been sick?
No, there was no indication that Lala was sick at this time. This was sudden and unexpected.
Has there been any outreach to China about this news, and what has their response been as far as that organized return they had for Lala and Yaya?
Yeah, yes. China was the first people we reached out to about this, and they have been very supporting of us and are working with us very closely on this. They are, of course, very saddened about this, but have been very understanding, and they're a great partner and are continuing to do so, or be so.
When you say you're speaking of China, do you mean the CZAG?
CAZG, correct. The Chinese Association of Zoological Gardens. That is correct. That's who our loan is through, and they are the panda experts in China.
And I know earlier this week we got a statement from you guys as different groups reached out to us concerned about his hearings, and you guys said that he possibly was suffering from stomach discomfort. Have y'all ruled that out, or at this point in time?
I'm going to let our veterinarian speak to that.
Interestingly, he appeared to maybe not be eating well for a couple of hours during a single day, and that was potentially due to a little bit of a stomach upset, but in no way did that continue. He was completely normal a short time after, and we had no indication that that was ongoing. It was literally a small portion of a single day that was days before his passing.
In addition to that, I would like to emphasize that these animals are watched all the time, in person, on camera, and of course, you know, when this terrible event happened, we reviewed video footage for days leading up to this, and we saw no indication that would lead us to believe that there was anything wrong with Lala.
Can you speak to the bird to identify what possibly
Yes, there will be a complete post-mortem examination. That's going to be conducted by teams of experts. I'm putting together a team here in this nation, and then obviously there will be international colleagues from China that will be coming over as well. So that's going to be something that you can imagine is a huge thing to put together, but we will and we intend to find a reason for his passing.
And we will share that when we know more. I wish we did, and I'm sure we all have come up with ideas, but we just don't know at this point. But to Dr. Knightley's point, we want the final examination to be as absolutely thorough as is possible. So that's why we are assembling a team to do that when we're all together.
Can you speak to how rare it is to lose a giant panda, especially on United States soil?
Well, it's not good, and it is rare because they are rare. But Lolo was 25 years old, and he was a geriatric animal, and unfortunately, events happen, and animals do pass. But you know, giant pandas are not normal animals, and so yes, it is rare in that sense. But we are thankful that it was peaceful, and all indications are that was definitely the case. And so in fact, he was thought to be sleeping. So for that, we are grateful.
How long do they normally live?
They live around 20 years or so in the wild, and they tend to live a little longer than that in captivity because of veterinary care. And so any time past that is kind of a bonus. They live up to 30-ish or so in the wild. It really depends on the animal. And so Lola being 25 is, you know, right in between that. But it's never easy to lose any of our animals. As many animals as we have, we go through this on a regular basis. But Lola and Yaya are obviously special for many reasons, and beloved animals. The staff was very close to them, and they are bereaved at this moment. So.
What about Yaya? That has to be kind of hard to lose the other. I imagine that would be hard for Yaya. Are you going to make any accommodations for her, or what is the last few months in Memphis like?
That's a great question, and thank you for being concerned about Yaya. The only good news on that front is that these bears, particularly as they get older, are solitary animals. So they tend to want to be alone by their nature. However, they could see each other. They knew each other were there, and I have no doubt that she will sense him not being there. But these are two of the most spoiled animals on the planet, and I can guarantee you that all of that now will be focused solely on Yaya, and she will continue to receive the utmost of care and even more somehow.
You say an estimate of 18 million people have come through this exhibit to see the pandas.
In person.
In person.
In person.
Exactly. Though the return to China for Lola is not happening, legacy, beginning early in life and ending here in Memphis. Can you speak more about the impact that Lola has brought to both the zoo and the city?
Sure. The impact to pandas to this city and community is just incredible, and it's hard to even put into words. We're all a little young probably to remember Shua, who came through Memphis. She was the first panda to visit Memphis in 1987, and she was only here for a month, and hundreds of thousands of people came to see her, and that was really, little did we know at that time, that's when the legacy of pandas began at the Memphis Zoo. And then in 2003, this pair of pandas that we're talking about right now touched down in March of 2003 on a FedEx plane, and it was the start of something really special here in Memphis. So not only are they have become the face of animal conservation around the world, that was the beginning of a very powerful conservation program here at the Memphis Zoo that started off with the conservation of giant pandas in the wild, studying them in captivity, but that's now branched out to other species and has really turned into a powerful thing. So it's not, while pandas are the flagship of this exhibit and a species here at the zoo and of conservation, they represent animal conservation as a whole. And I and we are honored to be a part of that process.
And once Yaya leaves, what's the future of this exhibit?
That's a great question. We would love very much to have a new and young pair of giant pandas here in Memphis, and we are going to hope that can happen. If for some reason it doesn't, or until it doesn't, this will continue to be a beautiful exhibit that pays tribute to the people of China. A lot of thought went into this exhibit as far as its architecture, the style. It's as authentic as we can make it, and so we're very proud of the cultural component of this exhibit. So we will continue to exhibit Asian animals, Chinese animals, point to Chinese culture. Always talk about pandas, but that's what will continue to happen.
So the hope is to have a new pair of pandas.
Yes, we would very much love to have a young pair of pandas here in the near future at the zoo. People have grown up seeing pandas here, and people know us for that, and we would love for that to continue.
Is the hope to have a pair that would mate potentially?
Sure. We would love to have that happen. Yes.
2 animal advocacy organizations contacted our newsroom on Tuesday. They're Independent Animals and Panda Voices.
Mm-hmm.
They shared a video that appeared to show Lola rolling over. They alleged that he was sick. They said that they alleged that there is poor nutritional quality of bamboo at the zoo. And so this group contacted us on Tuesday thinking that Lola was sick. Any response to these allegations?
Yeah, I'm going to let Courtney Janney, our Chief Zoological Officer, answer that as to his behavior, but I will say this. They have done that for years and have sent us videos that of the regular goings-on of pandas throughout the day, and singled out and made just over and over and over 100% false accusations. And as this animal passes away, unfortunately, they're taking that opportunity to continue to tell untruths, and that's unfortunate. But we're going to focus on the positive, and that because it is positive. Lola lived a wonderful lifetime here at the zoo, representing his species, and our marketing team put together an incredible video compilation that I hope you all will watch that somehow beautifully summarizes his life here at the zoo and reflects the care he received. But he was a wonderful animal. But regarding that specific video, Courtney, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I received that concern as well, just like we always do. The first thing I want to reiterate, those animals are on camera 24/7. And when we don't have eyes on them, we're watching them on camera. And I can speak to that situation in particular. It's a style that Lola would lay down. He was simply lying down in that video. And unfortunately, taken out of context, you can twist those types of things. But it was a very small part of what makes Lola who he was. And he was silly in a lot of the ways he did things. And in that situation, he had kind of stretched to the side and he flops over sort of dramatically. We have the cameras from multiple angles that are not just the webcams people see online. And so I was able to go back and really look closely at him. He never lost consciousness. He was moving, his eyes were open, he was lip smacking, he was moving feet. It was really nothing of any concern.
I'll add to that. Lola was known for his silly antics, and he was always, his somersaulting in the yard and just many things that he did. He was always making people laugh, and that was one of the things he would occasionally do, is just flop over on his side and act. We always say be kind of dramatic, but it was his style, and it was what he did. He was really a fun animal. Other questions?
So following the autopsy and the investigation, will Lola's body be returned to China?
That's a great question to which we don't know. We're working closely with our Chinese colleagues with that. So again, thorough examination that will happen here at the Memphis Zoo. Other experts will join us from literally around the world. We will have that process happen here, and then from there, we don't know yet.
I know these animals are sent all over the world. Have any other died in other possession?
I don't know numbers, but yes, there have been animals that have passed away outside of China.
Any other questions at this time? We do have, Hughes was kind enough to put a lovely wreath together for us in front of his day room. We also have something else out there to remember him by. I do want to tell you that it's not an autopsy for animals, it's a necropsy, postmortem examination. Don't use the word autopsy because it relates to humans. That's the only note. It is kind of slick out here, so we might take you guys.
It's okay.
It's okay? Okay. Just watch yourself on the ice. It's a little slick over there, but Rebecca can lead you for B-roll if you'd like.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
while we're still rolling,
Yeah.
can you say and spell your first and last name and your title at the zoo?
Sure, I can
And
start.
Could you each do it in front of the mics as well?
Yeah, I'll start and then move away.
Yeah, it's a little hard picking up some of your audio on the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name is Matt Thompson, MattThompson. My title is President and CEO here at the zoo.
I'm Courtney Janney, COURTNEYJANNEY, and I am the Chief Zoological Officer here.
I'm Felicia Knightley, FELICIAKNIGHTLY, and I'm the Senior Veterinarian at Memphis Zoo.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you all for being here.
Yeah, it's also, sorry, it was holiday florists. I'm sorry. I misspoke. It was holiday florists that helped us with free.
Awesome.
Okay.